We're standing in Crow-Hassan Park in Rogers, Minnesota. This is part of the Three Rivers Park District. And this used to be an egg field just a few years ago. Three Rivers Park District decided to turn it back into a native prairie, which is a great idea. But I think it should be an oak savanna. Now I'm going to tell you about why I think it should be an oak savanna, instead of just me and Calvin knowing it. So oak savanna is one of the most threatened ecosystems in Minnesota, from habitat degradation and from habitat loss. Coming with that is the habitat loss of savanna species. We've got the regal fritillary, the bobolynx, the dick thistle, and the red-finned shiner.
On the left is Marshner's map of the original vegetation of Minnesota from 1847 to 1907, showing that the area in which Crow-Hassan Park currently sits was historically an oak woodland and brushland with prairie openings. That being said, Crow-Hassan Park would be a great site for an oak savanna restoration. Currently, the stand is in its initiation stage, which means that after the anthropogenic disturbance of farming, species and individuals will continue to appear for several years. But following our goal of restoring the site to oak savanna, I will talk about my desired future stand conditions. The composition of our restored oak savanna will consist of bur oak and northern pin oak in the overstory and have 10 to 70% crown cover as defined by the Natural Resource Conservation Service. The overstory basal area will be 5 to 50 square feet per acre and be spaced around 30 feet apart. Since our overstory crown cover will be so sparse, there will be very little coarse woody debris. We will be planting all these oaks at the same time, so we will have an even-aged stand with a unimodal diameter distribution. The understory will consist of fire-dependent native prairie grasses and forbs.
So you can see, we've got a lot of work to do. When we plant, we're going to plant in dense clusters because we anticipate some mortality.
We are going to use artificial regeneration and plant about 100 trees per acre. We are also going to have to thwart those pesky deer by using tree wrapping and bud capping.
Here we have a teenager oak. You can tell that it's an oak because of the way that it is. And here we have some deer rub damage. That's quite a shame. And over here, we've got some deer browse. As you can see, there's no terminal bud. Hungry little guys. Once we've established some good regeneration, we're going to come in and do some intermediate treatments. To get to our desired density, we're going to have to get rid of any competing oaks and undesirable species. A good intermediate treatment for an oak savanna would be to perform a release. We want to get rid of all of this stuff. It's encroaching on our oak's growing space. So we're going to do this with a mechanical weeding. We'll come in here with a brush saw and take out, like I said, any competing oaks. So we're going to take things out like this and just give those guys some more space. Initially, we can use that brush saw to kick back anything that's competing or overcrowding or suppressing our oaks. But eventually we're going to want to bring fire back in. That's how oak savanna were historically maintained and sustained.
We will perform low-intensity prescribed fires every 1 to 3 years in the spring or summer. We must wait about 5 years after our seedlings are established to burn for them to be strong enough to withstand fire.
This guy is about the right size to endure low-intensity fire. That's pretty neat.